The moment we've been waiting for is here. Time to blast off this rock. It's time for the launch. When you first showed up saying you wanted to take down Saul, I had my doubts. But you turned all those doubts to hope. Or more like you took the hope we had and proved it was worth holding on to all this time. We called ourselves the Outbounders, so we'd always remember our dream. To leave Kairos. Since we've only got the one ship, this launch will just be Conway and a small crew. But I have total faith that they'll make contact out there and return with other ships to help us all achieve that dream. And every one of them will get a fresh batch of the best protein bars in the galaxy.
We're almost ready, Vault Hunter. Conway has my toolbox, though. You mind grabbing it from him? I'm sure they'd love to say hello, too.
If you see them, something was off with Conway earlier. I think they're nervous about the launch. Not that I blame them, of course.
You don't seem too scared. Are you holding it together?
Staying here and waiting for their return is easy. Conway has the hard job. They're the only one who can fly the ship. Not to mention the pressure of actually reaching someone out there. I just hope they're doing okay.
Yeah, just... What if... No, it won't. It can't. It just... Oh, hey. Probably tired of waiting for his tools, huh? They're here.
That's a different Conway than I've seen before. What's wrong?
Something good is happening, but why do I feel... sick? It's like my body is fighting itself, even though everything we've wanted is finally here. How does that make sense?
Oh, it doesn't. It never does. Just gotta breathe through it.
Thanks. Already feels a bit better just saying it out loud. Getting out of my head for a sec.
Hey, so these rippers either want their implosion drive back or really don't want us to leave, because they're headed for the ship.
And what's better at getting you out of your head than rippers? You can bring those tools back, right? I'll get the rest of the crew to the ship.
Rush! I'm on my way to deliver Rhodes' tools while Conway is gathering the rest of the crew.
You were fast. Is Conway doing okay?
Definitely better than they were.
Glad to hear it. And thanks. Feels like there's a whole lot going wrong, but we'll push through it. We always do.
You're real tough, don't you? I'm not a fool! You guys are next, got it? Oh, that did not go my way!
Take me out to the...
If you have my tools, I could definitely use them.
Excellent. Give it here.
Great job. They'll handle the repairs, but we need you fighting again, because we got more rippers incoming.
look so surprised. Reaper! Time for a good deed for the day.
I don't know if we can protect the ship much longer. We might have to launch during the attack, but we can't do that without Conway here.
Last I saw, they were going to gather the rest of the crew. I'll find them.
Let me at him! Don't!
Ándale, not so crazy now, huh? Conway, don't worry. Rafa will get you to the ship. No time to play coy. There is violence.
Hey! Are you paying attention to me at all? Not the crash jump!
Hostiles, my favorite.
We've got hope! What do you jerks have?
Thanks for that. And for before. And all the other stuff. Wow. Wow. Do we ever owe you? I think I'm ready now. I hope this isn't goodbye forever. But if it is, make sure to keep bugging Rush for me. Yeah?
You got it. Good luck out there, Conway. Catch you on the flip side.
Did you see that? They're shooting rockets at the ship. Who taught them how to use those?
No pressure, but if they damage the ship and in turn the implosion drive, well, need I remind you of the extreme danger in doing so?
Nope, I think we're all pretty aware of what's at stake here. Take down anyone wielding those rockets. We can't have come this far to lose everything now. One down. We're all good over here. Get rid of the others. Got eyes on the last one. You can do this. find out they have another stash somewhere. Ship's fully repaired and Conway and the others are on board. Not exactly the launch we had planned, but it is a launch.
We'll get them up in the air. That's all that matters.
If I could do it all again!
See that? That's a little thing called marksmanship. Might give it a try next time.
Somebody wants pain! I had to clutch for that! No! Today's chest! And exhale. Whew. Think we're clear. Come on back. It's nice to have a bit of breathing room. But how about we launch now before that changes again? Almost surprised I haven't burst into tears yet, but I think I got most of them out when Conway and I said our goodbyes. Never loved a friend half as much as I love them.
Aw, you know I love you all too. I'll see you again before you know it. Plus, I left more than a few hidden surprises around HQ to make sure you don't forget me anytime soon. Ready when you are.
Mind doing the honors? I don't want to take my eyes off this for even a second.
Launching in 3, 2, 1.
Stay safe out there.
I made it! Ha! Don't shut the door! I made it!
It really happened. Can you believe it?
Honestly, the only thing I can't believe is that you didn't go with them.
I thought about it, but I'd be no help. Plus, who'd do all the baking around here? Our whole society would fall apart.
Almost sounds like you're thinking of staying permanently.
The goal was always to leave. I fought hard to make sure everyone would have that chance, that freedom. But the whole reason I was on the ship that crashed here was because I was searching for somewhere to call home. After everything you've done, this place suddenly feels like it could be just that. Yeah, there's plenty of bad, but there's also been a lot of good. And I can make it even better. When Conway returns, I'll stay on Kairos and keep leading those who make the same choice. This is where I belong. Thanks to you, Vault Hunter.
Can't say I know that particular feeling, but if my striking heroics helped you find your place, it was more than worth it.
I know you're not exactly someone who needs backup, but if you ever do, wherever that is, I hope you know I've always got you.
Hey, Rocky! Fancy meeting you here! What boarding group are you? I'm in Premium Platinum Premier Priority Pro Plus! Gold!
Pretty sure you got ripped off. Mainly because you didn't need the ticket. Even if you did, you're too late.
No! Wait, I'm not done. Oh! ask you to mind my busy schedule, and here, I was just about to rank you up to senior rookie. Guess I'll go find the gift shop. Who else wants an extremely expensive bag of trail mix?
You have to do it.
Look, I'm flattered, Conway. I really am. But I'm not the right choice.
Everyone else disagrees, myself included. You're not saying we're all wrong, right?
Well, I mean, no, but...
You got us through the Cataclysm rush. Your hand reached out to those trapped and pulled them free. Your smiling face kept them in good spirits as they healed.
I wasn't the only person helping.
No, but you were the one we looked to. The one we're still looking to now. Nobody is saying you have to be perfect. You just have to be you.
Then I guess I better get baking. Can't have people listening to my first speech with empty stomachs.
Losing whole integrity here. Tin Man, mátalo!
Blighted one, slouch thee to the cleft. Alas, his departure is arrived. Let not his iron slumber rust. That cloven stone. Was this not foretold in shadow? Prise the ignorant dark out from 'neath your lidded eyes, that you may see how cruelly the dawn breaks.
My oath is fulfilled. My oath
is fulfilled.
Feels like that was important, but I'm lacking the context.
And so, a warrior forever fallen found manumission in the dust-clawed caves, his trespasses made whole. You must have no end of questions, Blighted One. Stay thy wanderings a while, and all will be made clear. You're owed that much, at the least.
Is this your whole thing? Hanging out in caves explaining backstory? Do you have, like, a house?
That is my own bond, one I sealed for myself. Allow me to sing, then, the final, blissful sorrow of Zanzibar. Now, attend me well, for the tale is as long as it is heartrending. Eons ago, in the age of Argentas, there were first planted in the starry heart of Galestrian the seeds of the 9 sorrows. From each seed in turn, watered with the blood fire of Galestrian's searing veins, grew the first scions of the Ebon Grove. 9 roots of 9 trees grappled for supremacy in Galestrian's soil flesh. But in the end, it was Hollowbow, the empty ash, which emerged victorious. Of the 8 other sorrows, little is known, though it is said they lie nestled in the subterrane brambles of Hollowbow's roots to this day, writhing in hope of a new spring of bitterest darkness, visiting pains upon our world never before imagined.
Of course.
But of course you know this part of the tale already, as it was etched on the hilt of the blade of Turbinado. What that text leaves out is that Chrysanthus Widowmane, yes, the very same who cruelly wove the garland of the sun round Galestrian's pale crown, was present at the felling of ours. You see, after the Ebon Grove took root, Galestrian's heart star guttered to little more than an ember as Hollowbow devoured ever more of his light. Each spring, a fresh sapling of blackest ash rose from the rotten loam of Galestrian's carcass. And each autumn, a new leaf of sorrow trembled from the heavens to trouble our world. Each leaf manifesting a new suffering, heartache, mourning, hunger, FOMO. Endless were their number, and endless was our despair. Until there emerged a hero. Ah, you know of whom I speak. Zanzibar, echo of the first thunder, he who trained Chrysanthus to lend his voice to the longing choir in the forbidden harmonies of the Red Requiem. Hi! Stunned by the revelation, are you? Yes, it's writ plain on your face. For the longing choir and their number are well known, and Chrysanthus is not counted among them. Well, allow me to dispel your confusion, for you see, Chrysanthus was known by another name in those ages past. Xanthistrel.
I knew it!
Yes, Xanthistrel the Antiphon and Chrysanthus are one and the same. After Zanzibar's sacrifice destroyed Xanthistrel, he arose anew. Ah, but I'm straying far afield of the matter at hand. It was Zanzibar who trekked across the Shatterglass Plain, who navigated the Amber Labyrinth, who stared the withering canoness down from her Celestine throne to reach Galestrian's barrow and the Ebon Grove within. And while the trials of Zanzibar are oft discussed, rarely do even the most wizened of sages ask, why? Why did Zanzibar embark? The answer is clear to anyone who has pored over reams of flavor text as I have. Xanthistrel was Zanzibar's fiercest rival and dearest friend, as near to one another as their own shadows, and likewise as warped when darkness fell. As the leaves of the Ebon Grove piled all about, littering our fields with a litany of sorrows, Xanthestrel wove into the Red Requiem a hidden melody, a counterpoint to the doleful tones of all the world's anguish, and laced with a whisper of his very soul. When next the chapel chant voices of the longing choir rang out, it was too late. The music ensnared Zanzibart and compelled him to Xanthestrel's bidding. And it was then, with his new power, Xanthestrel took the name Chrysanthus. Chrysanthus bound Zanzibart in 7 soul-sworn oaths to halt the sorrows of Hollowbow by any means, ensuring that neither would ever know rest, whilst the oaths went unfulfilled. And so Zanzibart ventured onto his trials and reached the Ebon Grove, and there he failed. His blade found no purchase in Hollowbow's bark. Obdurate as castle stone and steel, the most ravenous fires had no appetite for the mercilessly bitter and cold wood, whose gelid sap transformed any lick of flame into hoarfrost in an instant. And so Zanzibart sought another path, saving our world while dooming us all. He dug into the sodden earth of the Ebon Grove, first by inches, then by miles, and then back to inches, and then cubits for a while, until he reached the tangle of the 9 sorrowful roots, of which only Hollowbow had full grown. And there he tasted but a drop of the root sap of the other 8, savoring each sorrow in turn until he had the measure of them. And there he discovered Nevergreen, the hemlocked gate. And Zanzibart wept, for his oath would soon be fulfilled, and though he would be free of Chrysanthus, his betrayer, so too would he be free of Xanthestrel, his beloved. With his tears, Zanzibart watered Nevergreen, nourishing it on the very sorrows that Hollowbow had strewn for ages. And Nevergreen grew, not to full strength, but enough to brew its insidious poison. For you see, Nevergreen bore the sorrow of stasis, of paralysis and petrification, of ceaseless torment. And though Hollowbow would never knowingly sip of Nevergreen's roots, its thirst for blood was boundless. Zanzibart ate from Nevergreen's wood, passing through the hemlocked gate into eternity, but not before opening his veins to the ravening roots of Hollowbow. Thus from Zanzibart's crimson cup did Hollowbow taste of Nevergreen's poison, and with it, a taste of the heady brew of betrayal. Even a drop of his heart wine was near enough to halt Hollowbow's passage through seasons entirely, such that never more has a single leaf fallen from its branches. Zanzibart's triumph was heralded far and wide, and he was hailed as a hero, and Chrysanthus lauded in his turn as his dearest friend, and consoled for his pain at Zanzibart's loss. Most thought him dead, though a scant few scholars suspected elsewise. And in a long-forgotten cave, Chrysanthus built a tomb in the hopes of one day finding his rest with his wearied companion. In the end, however, with Zanzibart preserved, Chrysanthus too was doomed to unending. Even after his body perished from this world, his spirit lingered on as a Myrmidon, bound through the Red Requiem and Zanzibart's oaths. It was long said that, should he ever find his rest to join Zanzibart, their oaths would be fulfilled, and they might know a measure of peace at last. But until now, it was thought to be idle fancy and myth. Now you know the lard of it, and you would do well not to forget. Such lessons, hard as they are in their learning, are often harder still in repeating. Farewell, Blighted One, and may you never see another leaf fall. If you like my story, please leave a comment in the cupped ear of a sleeping pigeon on a moonless night.
Ugh.